Imagine waking up in a country where the raw materials that once left your land with little benefit are being transformed at home into job, skills, and pride. Imagine factories rising not just as buildings of concrete and steel, but as symbols of hope for young people, farmers, and families. This is not a dream from the future. This is happening now in Burkina Faso, and what you are about to hear is not just news. It is a story of direction, choice, and courage, and this could change how we see development in Africa. By the end of this video, you will clearly understand three powerful things. First, why industrialization is becoming a serious national mission in Burkina Faso. Second, how these new factories directly touch the lives of ordinary people, from farmers to young job seekers. And third, why the last factory we will talk about may be the most strategic of them all for the country's future. So, please, watch the video till the end, because the final part connects everything you will hear. The story begins in Bobo Dioulasso during the inauguration of a cashew nut processing plant called Burkina Faso. Standing there, Captain Ibrahim Traoré did not speak like a man attending a ceremony. He spoke like someone delivering a message. Burkina Faso produces over 280,000 tons of cashew nuts every year. Yet, for years, more than 90% of these nuts were exported raw. That meant jobs, value, and profit were created elsewhere. According to him, this had to change. Industrialization, he said clearly, is no longer an option, but an ambition tied directly to the dignity of the people and the strength of the economy. Burkina Faso is not a small project. Built on 8 hectares of land, the factory is designed to process up to 150,000 tons of cashew nuts every year. It will create about 1,700 direct and indirect jobs. For young people who often feel forced to leave their communities in search of work, this changes everything. The factory represents an investment of over 9.7 billion CFA francs, with the Burkinabe state holding a 25% stake. This detail matters because it shows a partnership where the state is not watching from the sidelines but is directly involved in building productive capacity. What made this moment even more human was the story behind the project. The promoter of the factory spoke of closed doors, discouragement, and struggle. When the current leadership came in, the project was already facing difficulties. Instead of abandoning it, state institutions stepped in to support it. The message was simple but strong. If you are ready to process local raw materials and create jobs at home, then the state will stand with you. The journey did not just stop with cashew nuts. Another factory, Ultrasound, tells a different but connected story. Founded in January 2022, Ultrasound was built on a belief that food security begins with local processing. Maize is one of Burkina Faso's most important crops. Yet, much of its value was lost due to limited processing. After years of effort and more than 1 billion CFA francs in investment, the factory is now operational. Beyond the numbers, the impact is deeply social. The factory will create permanent and non-permanent jobs. It will support over 500 indirect jobs for farmers, transporters, traders, and service providers. It also aims to organize maize producers into cooperatives, helping them secure stable markets, improve yields, and reduce uncertainty. This approach reduces dependence on imports and strengthens food sovereignty. It means children can now eat locally produced and nutritious food. It means farmers are no longer alone. It means the economy becomes more rooted in what the country grows and consumes. Step by step, a system is taking shape. Now, stay with us because the final factory brings everything together in a powerful way. Burkina Faso has also inaugurated a national seed bank built to international standards. And this is where the story reaches its deepest level. This seed bank is designed to preserve the food diversity of crops in the country for up to 40 years. There is nothing like it is in West Africa in terms of scope and capacity. Seeds are not just grains, they are power. Without control over seeds, countries depend on others for food production. This bank will preserve traditional and improved varieties, protect pure strains, and make them available to farmers and researchers. It will also repatriate Burkinabe genetic resources that were scattered in small laboratories or even outside the country. When farmers have quality seeds, yields improve. When researchers can preserve what they develop, innovation stays at home. When a country controls its seeds, it controls its food destiny. This is sovereignty in its most practical form. Together, these three factories shows a clear direction. Processing cashew nuts creates jobs. Processing maize feeds the nation. Preserving seeds secures the future. This is not noise. This is structure. And this is why stories like this matter. If you believe Africa's story must be told with truth, depth, and courage, then this channel is for you. Subscribe to Africa Unchained, turn on the notification bell, and stay connected as we bring you real updates from across the continent. Africa is moving, and you deserve to understand how and why.